ano yung prefer mong um,
Ayan. So, good evening, everyone. You can call me naman, I think Gabby na lang. Kasi yun yung ginagamit kong name sa organization. And for formality na lang.
okay, sige. So, hi, Gabby. Let me introduce myself. I'm Julia, and these are my group mates sa aming knowledge management course. And kilala mo naman si Crazy, yung aming contact sa, para sa'yo. Tapos, andito din si Keen, si Casey, si Ron Dave, tsaka si Justin. So, first and foremost, thank you ulit sa pag-accept sa aming invitation to interview you. Medyo last minute, so we're very lucky to have you here tonight and be a part of this conversation. Well, conversations.
Eight, nine.
And so, to give you a little background for what this interview is about. So, ayun nga, para to sa aming knowledge management course, which etong specific task is yung midterm project namin, which is for us to know um, by interviewing a key representative of a certain organization kung paano minamanage ng isang organization yung mga knowledge assets nila, paano nakaka-influence yung leadership, tsaka yung organizational culture nila sa kanilang knowledge processes, and paano din yung system nila nagsusuporta ng learning, decision making, and innovation. So, ayan. So, hopefully, malalaman namin kung paano ma-manage yung organization nyo in terms of that. Ayan, si Crazy. Ikaw na. Take the floor.
Alright. Hello, am I loud and clear po? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, you're audible.
So we have three different set of questions to ask you, and each of them has their own goal. So, for the first set of questions po, ako po yung magtatanong, and then for the second set of questions naman would be Julia, and then the last but not the least would be Mr. Crispin Cruz. Alright, so dire-diretso lang po yung ating interview process and makikinig po kami sa inyong mga answers. Hindi na po kami mag-ask much kasi we're only under 15 minutes for the interview. Right? So, ayun po, first things first. Before po tayo mag-head on to the questions, can you please introduce yourself as well as your organization for us to know more about it?
And so, good evening, everyone. Before everything else, I would just like to say thank you for inviting me to this interview. So, to formally introduce myself, I am Lance Gabriel P. Vargas, or you may call me Gabby. I am a project management co-lead, and it's actually my second year here sa Google Developers Groups PUP campus. And I think we're still starting up as an organization here sa PUP. Actually, we're one of the pioneer groups to have launched the Google Developers Group sa buong Philippines. So the structure is still rebuilding, but we have a good baseline naman na. And we have a lot of projects na na-implement kada taon. This year, sa department lang namin, which is the technology department, which is I'm under, meron na kaming 80 projects na wini-wish naming ma-accomplish all throughout the year. So imagine from our department pa lang, madami na. What more sa mga past years namin. So we're really a fast-paced kind of organization. And we have a lot of sister organization na mga programmers then and somewhat mga project managers. Which is also in line to my program as an industrial engineer. So there's so much to share about the organization and I hope to share it with you guys later sa mga questions.
All right, I think we're off to a great start. Thank you very much for sharing us a bit of a background about your organization. Now let's head on to the first set of questions, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. For the first question po, ano nyo kadalasang pinapasa, let's say yung mga unwritten practices, personal tips, or problem-solving tricks na nakakatulong sa projects lalo na kapag hectic yung schedule?
Actually, yung mga ganitong feedbacks, lumalabas siya most basically sa mga execution part. So if on the execution part or the operational parts, we're seeing things na dapat hindi nangyayari. We're really taking it down to our experience and lalo na sa mga
Naka-timer yan.
hectic schedules, we're very limited to conversing it na pag-usapan natin na saan tayo nagkamali ganyan. So with this in the top of our minds, yung experience na yon hino-hold back namin, and once we are beyond dun sa hectic phase ng mga tao, once we are already aligned with our schedules, we set up postmortem. Yun yung sistema namin to really tackle all the things. Then gumagawa kami. Actually, we have this what we call ARD. And partnered siya sa feedback analysis. We have this template as well na naka-organize siya in a way na nagagather namin yung feedback ng tao sa amin internally, and also the feedback of the people who we serve. Mga taong uma-attend sa events namin, and we gather all these things together para magkaroon kami ng executive meeting. Sa executive meeting na yon, pinag-uusapan natin ano yung problema in every department. Iniiwasan namin na magkaroon ng center na kung saan sila yung the one to be blamed. Ayaw namin ng gano'n. Gusto namin maging holistic. Gusto namin maging for the betterment yung mapapag-usapan namin. Kaya yung feedback analysis template namin and the rest of the tools, mini-make sure namin it will be properly delegated in a sense na walang ma-overlook na problem. Na lahat na experience namin, visible siya doon.
Alright, thank you very much. Now let's head on to the second question. Um, what's your approach in figuring out the skills and strengths of members so you can assign them to the roles where they'll do best?
Kami kasing mga project managers sa Google Developers Group, we're very a fan of the idea ng isang management tree or somewhat a platform that every officers or associates, as what we call them, rotates or expose themselves to. So, for example, we have this what we call PM triad system, project managers triad system, where we want the associates or our subordinates to get to be exposed sa different kind of operations sa organization. Ayaw namin na dito lang siya nakapokus, ayaw namin na sa coordinations lang siya, ayaw namin siya na nasa tracking, monitoring ng timeline and all. Gusto namin lahat sila umiikot. Dahil ang pinaka goal namin is not to box them based on what they can offer from the interview, from how they are performing right now. Ayaw namin sila ikulong sa certain place. We want them to expose themselves and go out beyond their comfort zone, because I believe with that system na inintroduce namin, especially me, I initiated that idea. Makabuo kami ng isang leader in the near future na very, very flexible. So, ayun, hindi namin nililimit sila sa kung ano yung evident na. We want them to grow more. So, ang approach namin basically is to not delegate them to what they are already doing or ano yung pinaka-forte nila, but hence gusto namin silang ilabas. So we want to start them in a place na wala din yung comfort nila. So ganun kami mag-isip. Ayaw namin na okay, dito madadalian siya. So we always want them to be one step ahead sa kung anong first position na madatna nila sa organization.
All right. Well, I love that. Okay, next, let's head on to the third question. How do you make sure project documents like standard operational procedures, templates, and guides are kept updated and easy for everyone to access? Or in short, paano mo tinitiyak na updated at madaling ma-access lahat ng documents ninyo?
Yan. So, yun nga, nabanggit ko, since we're a very fast-paced organizations and napakadami naming events this year, we have a benchmark already na ano ba yung na-expect natin on this event. and may mga existing documents na kami. Pero as project managers and bilang we live up to our program, which is industrial engineering, we want to focus on the efficiency. We first consulted the existing leads or yung mga ayun, kung sino yung mga nagli-lead ng different business units ng aming organization. Ina-ask namin, saan kayo mas madadalian? Saan kayo mas mabibilisan? Ano yung mga bagay na naghihinder sa inyo mag-perform before? And when we already took those things into account, dun namin fino-formulate yung bagong repositories, bagong template, bagong Gantt charts na very accommodating sa kung ano yung request nila. So gumawa kami ng mga centralized database, tracker. We already created new repositories ng mga SOPs, and the existing SOPs, nirevise namin siya, totally lahat, nirevise namin. Kasi feel namin, ano siya, naka-align pa siya sa pandemic days. And syempre, nag-iiba naman yung demand kapag nakakausad na talaga tayo at lumalabas na tayo sa mga venues and all. And especially kapag nakakamit na tayo ng higher people. So, may bago kami mga workflows na ginawa. Gumawa kami ng mga flow charts para ma-make sure namin if hindi namin siya ma-explain right now, we could just submit this data to them and they could just uh, do things by referencing doon sa workflow or process flow. So yeah, we rebuild the repositories, build new charts and tools, and we make sure na everyone is accessible sa flowcharts and anything, instructionalized and standardized.
Ano naman yung, let's say, yung means of communication ninyo? Meron din ba kayong mga group chats, gano'n, wherein the members could tap you guys in to ask for the copy of these documents?
We have a community-based group chat. Lahat sila, no restrictions naman with this. Doon kami nakakuha ng first-hand feedbacks with everyone. And also, we have this system kapag naman internal, officers to officers, we want to make it professional as much as possible. So, ni-utilize namin yung use ng email. Lagi namin nire-remind sila as project managers, when you have requests, when you have anything, lalo na this is something to look up to. So, gusto namin siya i-store sa email. Pero meron din naman kaming group chats. But to really show professionalism, since this is a Google-based organization, and we are all also coordinating with the higher ups ng Google, mga employees ng Google. Mini-make sure namin that having the best practice sa Google email and pag-use ng Outlook actually is one of the things na ginagawa namin for communication. And then, not just that, we have this system na meron kaming alignment. We have alignment meeting every Sunday because we understand that throughout the week we have our academic demands and we have different schedules. But we have to make time to a certain day na kami lang or the organization lang para magkaroon kami ng catch-up meetings, magkaroon kami ng deliverables update, and ma-revise namin yung mga bagay na nag-hold back sa amin or just to reassess the performance during the week.
All right, that's amazing. Now let's head on to our fourth question. Aside from the above mentioned Google tools, what are the other sources of knowledge does your team rely on for ideas, learning, or project support?
Yeah, so actually yun nga, Google is syempre Google organization kami. So mostly Google tools, but I'm very much impressed with my officers kasi mga programmers sila. So madami silang ginagawang sites actually na nakakatulong sa pag-organize namin. We have our own website na which is programmed by the information technology students ng Google developers. And we also use the platform Notion for postings, scheduled meetings, supported by MS Teams as well. Maganda yung calendar ng MS Teams and madali kami makapag RSVP to our Outlook. Then we also use the app or the application Calendly. Calendly is a convenient application kasi dito ano siya, parang nilalagay namin yung days na available kami, days na pwede kaming i-tap, and days na hindi kami available. So, nire-refine namin siya kada week. So, most probably, yun yung tatlong ginagamit talaga namin in our daily operations kasi nga napakadami naming events. And ayun, bukod pa doon, may mga IoT, IoT-based, Internet of Things-based applications kami na continuously pinoprogram kasi dun nakikita yung mga online events namin at kung paano kami i-reach out. So, madami kaming prinogram but I could not name it all kasi some of it are still under replenishing.
All right, very well said. Thank you very much. Now let's head on to the fifth question. What skills or competencies do you think student project teams really need to turn their ideas into real working outputs? Or sa tingin mo, anong skills or competencies ang pinakakailangan ng student project teams para ma-convert ang ideas nila into actual outputs?
Feel ko ang skills na dapat um, most especially for the creative people na mag-conduct ng isang project is the initiative. Having this skill to be forefront as always or to be confident with what you think, with what you envision. Initiative is the kind of skill na actually hindi siya skill eh. It's a natural thing na dapat mahone na, sa isang leader or sa isang student. So having this core napakadaling i-envision or napakadaling i-put up ng isang project. Kasi kagaya kami sa organization namin, since we are in a new chapter, we want to put up new projects na hindi pa nakikita before. But syempre madaming what ifs, madaming risk. But if you have this kind of core, yun nga yung initiative and your skills na kaya mo siyang sipagan, kaya mong maging organized. Yan, be organized is the skill rather. Mas madali mo siyang mailatag sa mga taong kaya kang suportahan na i-put yung mga ideas mo into a platform at create a Gantt chart, create alignment meetings, then start doing proposals to the leaders. So I feel ko yun yung pinaka basic duo or pinaka core duo, having the initiative and being organized as much as ever. Kasi if you are in a fast-paced organization at hindi ka organized, lahat na idea will be in different places and hindi na siya madaling i-catch up. So ending yung what you envision will just be in a waste. So ayun lang.
All right, thank you very much. Actually, we're now done to our first set of questions. Now, I want to pass the microphone or the stage to Miss Julia Ostan. Take it away, please.
Thank you so much, Jane. This set of questions will be going deeper on your organization's structure and leadership dynamics. Okay, so our first question rather, how would you describe the overall culture of GDGUP when it comes to teamwork, sharing ideas, and encouraging innovation?
Yung culture kasi sa organization namin, everyone is very driven to come up with new things that the people who we serve with will enjoy for sure. So ayun nga, gusto namin mapakita yung competency in a way na we are doing new things and nag-enjoy kami. I am very lucky naman sa organization ko kasi everyone is very level-headed. Kumbaga hindi kami natataranta and everyone is just just calm with the ideas na okay, try natin to bago to. And hindi kami natatakot mag-take ng risk. So with that, mas natutulungan yung bawat isa, different departments, may it be marketing, may it be creatives, may it be the technology department to be creative as possible or to be one step ahead of the different organization. May KPI kasi kami actually per department. And mini-make sure namin na ayaw namin maging same branding as the last year. Though we're still Google, we have our own core, we have our own branding, pero yung projects namin, gusto namin siyang maging, kasi 'di ba si Google, when we use Google, nag-a-update yung features, nag-a-update yung interface, and that's how we want it to be. How we want our culture to be. Gusto namin hindi maging laging bago, but be competent. Kung yung mother organization or yung mother company na nilook up to namin ay nag-a-upgrade, why don't we as well, 'di ba? Kasi yun naman yung purpose kung bakit kami nag-aaral. Gusto namin siyang i-apply dito sa organization. So I'm very thankful kasi very passionate yung mga kasama ko sa organization. And that's one thing na dapat natin ma-maintain, to have a good environment where everyone can perform and be creative.
Thank you so much. Very well said. So for our next question, you mentioned kanina that you have alignment meetings during Sundays. In regards to that, what other communication habits or practices help your team stay aligned and avoid misunderstandings during a project?
Ayan, hello. So sa organization kasi, we also understand na we committed to this role. So bukod sa alignment meeting, kapag alam namin yung isang bagay na dapat mapag-usapan ay urgent, we try to compromise as much as possible. We set emergency meetings for us to talk things out agad, lalo na kung yung event or somewhat yung isang bagay na pag-uusapan namin ay ma-apply na siya as the next day or the latter part of the week. So we compromise by doing the emergency meetings. But if hindi kaya, ang ginagawa namin, some of us are initiating to start the movement, the initiative, or to start yung isang platform. Ayan, so yun nga, bukod sa emergency meetings, may mga taong nagsisimula na ng mga project. Then kapag nag-catch up na kami, dun lang namin siya like pinipitch para kumbaga bukod sa planning, meron na kaming output na sinishare sa bawat isa. And I think both naman are efficient because the emergency meeting is done to for us to tackle things na with urgency. But the second one is, syempre may urgency pa rin, pero nandun na yung output. So if hindi talaga kami nag-a-align, two of the things are options bukod sa alignment meeting na nabanggit ko kanina.
Okay, thank you for that. For our third question, as a project management co-lead, how do you balance guiding the team while still giving members the freedom to contribute and lead?
Ayun, since I was part of the organization or the leadership industry na for 10 years, and I know the struggles, especially catering someone na first time niya sumali sa organization. And ayun nga, since nag-grow naman kami together, ayokong bigyan ng pressure yung mga bata. Mini-make sure ko na dinedelegate ko yung task ng maayos, walang no overlook and all. And if they are done with the delegations and everything, hindi naman namin sila like minamata na, okay, dapat may gawin ka na kasi wala ka nang ginagawa. If fulfilled naman yung objectives during this season, then that's already good for us. Gusto namin silang magkaroon ng freedom because we recognize that beyond this organization, we also have our own time with our friends, with our hobbies, and the things we do in our life. So, proper task delegation is really the key. So, dapat nagbumula siya kung sino yung nasa taas. Kasi if maayos yung nasa taas, magiging maayos yung delegation sa baba. And if everything is set sa baba, um, I don't think may problem tayo with the time. I don't think time management would be the problem. Lahat makakapagsaya, lahat makakalabas, and lahat makakapag-perform ng maayos if the task is really digested by the people in the higher ups and also our subordinates who is also functioning for the team.
Thank you so much, leader. Ayan. So for our fourth question naman, what are some practices na ginagawa niyo sa GDG na nakakatulong para mas maging komportable, lalo na yung mga members, pati na rin yung mga bagong members, na mag-share ng kanilang sariling opinions, their ideas, feedback, and their own knowledge.
Ayan. Actually, before we conducted this term cadence, actually it's the term cadence. Cadence means like parang huddle siya, parang supporting something like a huddle like that. So pinagsama ko yung word na huddle and cadence. So it's cadence. So that cadence means like walang pressure, isi-set natin tong meeting na 'to, hindi tayo structured, but in a way may goal tayo na mapag-usapan natin lahat. So lahat makakapagsalita and all. And during those times, gusto din namin gumawa ng parang segments. Kumbaga may segments tayo na pag-uusapan natin lahat ng mga need natin pag-usapan. May it be randomly or structured. Pero may time tayo na magkaroon ng group huddle. Then this group huddle will be mixed with games and such para ma-feel nila na okay, hindi lang ako nagtatrabaho. We're also here to also create network with people. So, ayan. Yung meeting namin, mini-make sure namin na meron kaming feedback every after segments. We don't want it to be a one-man show. And we also understand that kami, kahit kami mga co-lead or kahit kaming nasa 10 years na sa leadership industry, we are still limited to our knowledge and to our experiences. That is why it should be a bottom-up approach. Yun yung ini-instill ko sa mga co-leads ko. Bottom-up approach. We have to hear the thoughts of our children kasi um, hindi tayo perfect. And also, may mga icks na yan or may mga sentiments na yan na probably it's a toxic part sa atin. Though, nililimit namin, ninarrow down namin yung pagkakamali. Pero still, hindi nga tayo perfect. Kaya, we have to understand na baka may bet din silang maging process or much better para sa kanila. So, ayun. With this being said, nag-grow talaga kami every year. And with this chapter actually, napakaganda kasi ina-apply ko yung kung ano yung binabanggit ko right now, na-apply namin siya. And madami na kaming naririnig dun sa mga subordinates namin, which is a good practice kasi nabuboost namin yung confidence nila.
Really nice to hear. Hello. Ayan, okay. Thank you so much. And for my last question naman is about your challenges. Ano yung mga challenges na madalas na nagpapahirap sa inyo or lalo na sa knowledge sharing gaya ng oras, confidence, or skill gaps ng mga members niyo? And how do you handle these challenges?
Siguro yung challenge is yung sistema. Kasi habang pinapaganda namin yung sistema, nagiging demanding din yung sistema. And we're very fast-paced nga, which is nabanggit ko. Kaya yung innovation from time to time, iniisipin namin, paano naman magiging atake natin on this project, di ba? Paano naman kaya yung magiging approach natin, lalo ngayon bago na to. So, mini-make sure namin na we're very aligned with everything. Ayan. Kaya from then, mini-make sure namin the status of our associates. If they are still doing well, if nakaka-cope up pa ba sila, or gusto nyo muna mag-request tayo na magkaroon ng break. So, yun. Chine-check namin yung momentum ng lahat ng tao namin. Because we are the core of everything. If hindi nagpa-function yung team, wala tayong project. So, ayun, yung sistema talaga yung pinakamahirap dito. Kasi bukod sa kami ay under ng isang professional mother chapter, which is yung Google itself, Google Philippines. Kami din naman ay estudyante at heart, at our career. So, yun, yung sistema lang naman, lalo na sa PUP, mga eskolar ng bayan, they are very competitive with their ACADS. So, it's not the time, but it's the system. So, yun lang.
you so much for answering our second set of questions. Now, let me give the floor to Kian para sa aming last set of questions. Thank you so much.
We're on to our five last sets of question po, which is all about knowledge management system po. And for our 11th question po, after finishing a specific project, how do usually GTP-PUP usually collect and document the lessons learned from so future teams can benefit from them? So basically po, paano po na-organize po yung knowledge para po sa next federation po is magamit po.
Okay. So with this, mini-make sure namin yun, as LIDA, we have our associates or someone below us that will be more exposed with the field. So mini-make sure namin na meron kaming tinatawag na operations lead. Yung mga operations lead namin, sila yung ina-assign namin na makipag-coordinate with the implementations of the feedback or evaluation forms after a specific event happened. After we have collected the feedback forms, mini-make sure namin na meron kaming time to digest the feedbacks and isort namin siya dun sa binanggit ko kaninang feedback analysis template. Kasi, 'di ba sa mga feedbacks kasi medyo kalat-kalat pa yan. With our template na centered na siya sa kung ano yung maiintindihan agad ng mga executives, mas madali namin siya mapapag-usapan sa alignment meeting namin. So, our associates, they are tasked to really digest things up. And after naman namin magawa yon at ma-raise namin sa executives, we have our directories of files. Mini-make sure namin na nakalagay siya sa isang repository to be hand over on the next term. So, yun yung envision namin. We want a system na hindi lang para efficient sa system namin, but the other chapters of the Google Developers Group will also benefit. So, that repository should be transitioned and turned over after the term.
So, connecting to the last question po, since na-organize naman po siya, how does GDP-PUP organize and store project information po para po mas mahanap po siya easily po ng mga members po every time na kailangan po sila?
Ayan, so yan, since we are a Google organization, yung mga sheets, Google Sheets, documents, mostly dyan umiikot talaga yung buhay namin. Pero we have come up with the centralized database tracker. Sa centralized database tracker, this is like an AI-based dashboard already. So dito namin nakikita what projects are scheduled, what projects are ongoing, what projects are already done, and may mga projects ba na inomit or na-delay na. So bukod doon, yung dashboard namin is very, very advanced. Meron kaming data kung sinong technology department na ang umuusad at nakakarami na ng event. And other than that, what are the end dates and start dates? And it's supported by our master Gantt chart. Yan, master Gantt chart kasi everyone has the access on it. Yung centralized database tracker and master Gantt chart, everyone has the database on it. Meaning make sure namin lahat ng project managers, associates, ay accessible sa part na to. Kasi sila yung nagko-coordinate ng mga tracking, monitoring ng timeline sa other business units namin such as the marketing and creatives. So, ayun, nilalapat namin siya into a flow na, ayan, involved sa aming flowchart, the centralized database tracker and Gantt charts.
For our 13th question po, since you've mentioned po na Google po yung platform po na ginagamit niyo po. And anong gamit niyo pong para po mas maging effective po siya para po sa team? What platforms or channels do you use po to share updates, files, and resources po? And how effective are they for your team po or committees po?
Ayun, siguro sa meetings, we use Discord as our platform since we are a technology department. With Discord kasi, it has its own advanced features. Luckily, actually, fortunately, yung mga leads namin na admin ng Discord namin, they are very advanced. They use ticketing, They use advanced features to really let the members in and to have them visible enough sa organization. So, yung announcement ng mga projects, doon na din namin ina-announce sa Discord. And meetings, we also include them with the meetings. And also the leads and the other subordinates, dito na din umiikot for the meetings. Bukod sa MS Teams and Outlook or Google Meet, bukod doon. We are fond of the Discord. And kagaya na nabanggit ko kanina, we made a platform beyond Google. We have our own website. Sa website namin, nandito yung contacts namin, whereabouts, our previous projects, ongoing projects. Link LinkedIn's na naka-hyperlink, um, videos, documentaries and stuff. Lahat nandito actually, naka-center na siya. And it's very accessible, most especially kahit sa mga D-members ng organization.
For our second to the last question po, which tools or apps help the organization the most when organizing the project tasks and sharing knowledge across the team?
Siguro Notion. Advanced kasi yung Notion namin. Bukod sa Google, Google Tools. We use Google Tools in our every day operations. Pero kung mahanapan niyo ako ng sagot, bukod sa Google Tools, it would be Notion. Kasi yung Notion namin, it's standardized based on the needs of the organization. And connected siya sa mga emails namin, connected siya sa mga emails ng mga partners namin. So our notions is very advanced to based on how we want it to be. Tracking of the time, tracking of the dates, sending out of urgent events, urgent news, mga newsletter namin na dinidisseminate sa mga members. And if you're going to scan through my Gmail, napakadaming events doon, which is dahil yun sa Notion namin. Very much updated yung Notion namin in our everyday operations. So having an effective baseline ng operations will make a stronger impression for everyone internally and externally.
Super ano rin po ng Notion. Sobrang, if you're organized po, mas organized po talaga sa Notion kapag na ano po siya, na sanay po yung kumbaga. So, on to our last question po. If you could improve one thing in GTPPUP's knowledge management system, what would it be and why?
Siguro kung mag-improve ako kasi assigned ako sa project management department lang. Pero yun nga, hindi naman ako maglalay na syempre sa every organization may problem sa sistema. So kung ako masusunod, kung ano yung sistema namin sa project management, yun yung i-implement ko sa lahat. Kasi as project managers, we understand the struggles of coordinating or implementing or planning the projects. And dapat matinik kami sa mga ganun. And if the other business units is not, reciprocating the same energy or same competency, magiging problem siya. Kasi parang kami, nagpapakita kami ng ganitong level of organizational skills, pero sila, kung ano yung fit lang sa kanila. And parang unfair siya sa amin. Parang nagbubuhos kami ng 100%, yet we are receiving a bare minimum efforts. I want the organization, since technology organization kami, we're very much advanced. Why not let's live up to our own needs? So kung ano yung initiative namin with the system, which is the PM triad system, yun yung gusto ko sanang i-implement sa lahat. Kung ako lang yung masusunod para we are meeting on both ends, maliles natin yung problem with our time, and malaya ko yung, gumala within the days or the days of the week without having the problem na, ay, may mga backlogs kami sa deliverables. May mga backlogs kami sa events na to. Yun. Kasi yung, and to be frank naman, very effective yung system namin by implementing it sa aming business unit. And feel ko yun lang talaga yung kulang sa other business units ng GDG is the proper system. And if ma-maximize pa namin yun, mas magpa-prosper pa talaga kami.
That's it for our interview po. Thank you po. Guys, on mic na kayo.
Ayan. Thank you so much.
Thank you po.
Thank you ulit for accepting. Very thankful kami to have very knowledgeable representative, and so we know that we get to know a lot more on how your organization um yung mga process ninyo and how you keep track of everything, and it seems na effective naman yung mga yung mga pag-organize. So thank you again sa pag join sa aming interview. And
And we could tell po na
Congratulations.
you're going to be a leader po. Like, very informative po yung interview. Thank you po.
Ano, performative yung ano or yung outfit? Charot. Yun lang. Thank you din, guys. Thank you, Jana, for inviting me. Good luck on your midterms, guys. And if you want to know more about the organizations, you can check it dun sa website na shinare ko kay Jana, just to help you guys with the additional informations. If di ko man siya na-share now. Or you can follow me sa aking LinkedIn. Charot. Yun lang. Thank you so much, guys. Good luck sa inyong midterms. Thank you, Jana.
thank you.
Thank you po.